Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh tubers! JBuzzsaw79 here. Next deck profile I got lined up for you. This is a Spirit deck. Let's see. I saw Artana was the first card. I saw that we thought I could make the deck work. I had a Spirit deck years ago. Quite frankly, it was pretty horrible. It didn't do very well at all. I tried using, they had that satellite, can't remember what it's called now. There's a satellite that when you played it, the spirits wouldn't return to your hand. I mean, I tried using that. I tried using spirits combination with other cards. It just never seemed to work well. Saw Artama, and then took a look at another channel I frequent, the RJB0, and looked at his deck that he had. Thought, well, gosh, I was actually a little more interested than I had originally thought. And so kind of went from there. So here we go. This is my version of the Spirits, which went just recently 5-0. The one undefeated took first. The fun part at the end here is I played Little Beasts with the Obedience School, and then we played each other last round, and when it came time to get the finals going, we were against each other, and she just dropped. She said she didn't want to handle dealing with spirits again, so that's kind of what happened there. But we'll move on. Let's see here. Alright. I do run two of the Hisetsu. I think he's really good. He's a pulse on legs. Some people only run him at 1. I really don't know why, because Impulse by itself is always useful to return Ixies and Synchros, so why not a monster that does it every time? Not sure, but I do run 2. I also run his big brother here, so to speak, Yaksha. Yaksha, target spell and trap card returned to your hand, your opponent's hand rather. Again, he's 19 beater. If you look, actually, they're opposites of each other. 15 attack, 19 defense, and then 19, 15 on Yaksha. Return spells and traps. Again, people usually run these at 1. I think his 19 beater is pretty good. The returning the spell and trap card actually, depending on what you're doing, is mildly useful. Sometimes that's almost better than having a third MST, as far as I'm concerned. So, move on here. 1, Azani? We'll go Azani. She's really good. I've thought about adding a second one of her into the deck here as we move through the April list. I'm not sure if I will or not, excuse me. Obviously with the hand advantage you gotta run the 2-trag. There's no other choice really. It's too good not to run. The constant flow back to your hand. You take damage and all of a sudden, you got 5 cards in your hand, special summon it out, you got a 3000 attacker, defender, your discretion there. As well as other effects. I mean, Trag too good. Again, I do have the one Yamata Dragon in there for trying to get some extra draw power. As of right now, I'm going to leave him in. I don't know if he's going to stay in or not. I may be swapping him with Hino Kagatsuchi. I don't know yet. The other thing with Hino is obviously if the opponent takes damage, you have to basically top deck, because you have to discard their whole hand before their next draw phase, so they're at top deck. Dragon obviously refills your hand. So yeah, I don't know if I'll play with both or not. Thing Hang and Dark Dust Spirit. If I'm saying these names wrong, I apologize. I'm horrible at that. Things let my wife pronounce things for me because I'm horrible. Thing Hang, though, is really good. You know, destroying set cards. Most people question him as to the fact that, you know, how good is he actually, because obviously you can change his effect, but depending on what it is, obviously there's a lot of mistiming things going on. Yugioh Spirit, just really good for what he can do. Essentially a lightning vortex going off every time he's summoned. So that's pretty dang good right there. We're going to go to the 3 ofs now. Again, 3 Aratama. There's another one in there. Aratama's really good. He's your Searcher, your Stratos of the deck. You kind of have to run 3 of him. Nikotama, 3 of him as well. So you summon Nikotama, get another normal summon, summon Aratama. And then, if you add these in there, obviously you run 3 Yugioh Kage. You can special summon that way. At that point, you usually Igzy Kage and Nikotama there. And then you go ahead and go get, usually, right there, the King of Pearl Imps. Because that happened, you detach Nick. While Aratama's out, you search, get another Yugioh Kage, search for Aratama, get another Nikotama, and you get a draw. So huge pluses. I run them both at all 3 of those at 3 because, yeah, why not, right? Too good. Battle Fader. Battle Fader's really good. I run 3 simply because they attack, and you really don't usually keep spirits out enough. Because you return to the hand always at end phase, so when they attack and push onto you, you Battle Fader out, stops the battle phase, you have Fader sitting there. Next round, if you need to, contribute out to Dark Dust or Hinin Hagen, whatever his name is, the bird. You can also go into Yamato or the other big buddy over there, so yeah, good stuff. Jeez. Alright, moving on. Spells. There are indeed. This is again almost a staple for him, but 3 Pots of Duality. Gives you really good consistency, and with the searching that you're doing with Aratama and detaching, like I said, if you're running with the Feral Imp there, you get lots of search, lots of draw. I mean, you rarely have a bad hand so far that I've seen. And if you do, it does not take long to change it. Creature swap is also mandatory at 3 in this deck. The fact that I can, you know, drop Aratama, search, creature swap into you, get your monster attack, or just wait and then end my turn, it comes back. Huge plus off of that, really. So yeah, you can't, to me, at all go wrong with that particular combo. Dark Hole. Book. Some people told me they would not run Book on this particular deck. Again, depending on what's going on, there's one point where I had, I forget who it was, but I had, gosh, names are hard. Rasetsu out. I had someone Rasetsu, repulsed their monster away, attacked, and then rather than return Rasetsu, I booked him, put him back down again. So my opponent didn't want to summon because obviously they already know Rasetsu's down there, and I had some other back row stuff. But you know, again, they attacked. Rasetsu would have went off. They possibly would have taken damage, and I would return their monster to their hand. So, yay me. I only run 2 MST because I do run the 2 Yaksha. So it's been doing pretty good with that so far. So I haven't had a reason to change that at all yet. I may not. Who knows? I'm crazy. There's the one bottomless trap hole. As we move into the traps. Pulse. Again, because try to keep the field clean. You really want to keep it clean and play really smart, I guess is a weird way to say it, but because when you attack, you have to make sure you're hitting, and you know, Compulse again is a really good card to help you do that with. You're running Resetsu, so why not? 2 Legacy of Ratsu. Originally I put them in here because of the fact that Creature Swap Spirits, you hit the button with Legacy, draw 2. I may take these out. I have a couple of cards that I might run instead. So I have some ideas of just that in playtesting, I really didn't feel they were getting, like, I thought 2 people would MST and then I would chain, so get the draw. People really weren't doing that. So it really wasn't as useful as I had hoped. And with only the creature swaps were in there, yeah, but drawing didn't really seem to be a part of a problem for me because of the fact I was searching just so much and playing with the 3 duality. It seemed alright. Maybe I'll cut one and add a Shard of Greed. Or something like that. Who knows? 2D Prism, because again, you do need some form of stop. Maybe I'll cut a Legacy for, you know, a mirror or something too. I mean, just as extra support or some change or something. Who knows? Last of all, 2 Threatening Roars. Again, not having a real good field presence hardly ever. You really got to be careful what you play when you play it. So having Threatening Roars again, I mean, there's times where I've done that, is where I've set a roar and you know, still had Fader in my hand, and I'd attack and Fader, and they're like, oh, okay, well, he would have probably done something different instead of playing Fader right away, and he'll attack again, and then I'll go ahead and Threatening Roar them as soon as I can, and they're like, oh, well, why didn't you do that the other way? And it's because I just messed with your head. So yeah, first side, really, the King of Feral Imps is kind of the only real must if you run the Kagito Kages. Otherwise, you can just run simple rank 4s. That should be good enough. If you like this deck profile, go ahead, hit me a thumbs up on it. Thumbs down, that's fine too. Comment if you want, subscribe. I still don't care. You do what you want. I will put more deck profiles on. Please enjoy the next one. Signing out.